I have been seeing all over YouTube people doing these amazing beginner running challenges. But most of the people that I see doing them, they're young gals, they're in their 20s, they've already got these hot little fit tight bodies, and like, hey, I'm jealous, like more power to you. I watch every single one of those videos, but that's not this gal. I'm in my 40s, and while I used to run a lot back in the day, over the years, I've definitely fallen off the wagon. Like, I've probably fallen off the wagon, rolled down into a ditch, and taken a nap is probably what happened. But I was really inspired by watching those videos, and I was like, I can do this. I'm gonna do it. So this week, I am running a mile every single day. So for 7 days. I mean, it's 1 week, it's 1 mile. How hard could it be? I'm gonna document it. I have zero expectations and zero goals. I don't think I'm gonna lose 20 pounds and 10 inches off my body by just running 1 mile for 7 days straight, but I'm kind of interested just to see what would happen. So come along with me. Go get your running shoes. Let's go running.
Day one, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling strong, and I genuinely had a good time on this run, really enjoying myself.
I did it. So, a couple of quick observations. Number one, do not wear yoga pants to go running. You can see here, they've got like the little cutouts. You see them? Yeah, they're really cute, but quite frankly, unless you want to be pulling your pants up constantly and like pulling from down here the entire run, I would not recommend wearing yoga pants. Like, get some running pants, just not these, just get some that are like made for running. Second thing I realized is that my shoes are horrible. I knew I was in the market for new shoes. Like, these things, they gotta go. There's like no cushion left. They're horrible. My feet are freaking killing me, and I don't think it's because I ran a mile and walked a couple extra to cool down and just sort of like, have a good workout. I really think those shoes are horrible. I've had them for far too long. I needed a reason to buy new ones. This is it. So, but other than that, the run went good. But I'm clearly out of shape and I need to do this more often.
Day two, and I unfortunately couldn't get my run in until really late at night. Lucky for me, though, I really enjoy running in the evenings. I live in a safe area. Of course, I still take precautions, but I love running at night. The only downside was that this particular night it started to rain. Started out a little light and then it got heavier, but at least it was warm out. I really enjoyed it.
The kids are swimming. Okay, so anyways, after the first couple runs, I think they found a frog. My feet hurt, and so I threw, like after that first run, I threw my shoes, but like I hadn't ordered new ones yet. Well, I did finally order new ones. They arrived. I'm gonna give them a try. I hope these work. Fingers crossed. My feet are really sore, but I have confidence that these are going to help. All right, here they are. They're so cute. Okay, these things feel amazing. I should have bought them a long time ago. Let's see how they work out.
Day three, I made the very regretful choice of deciding to run midday. It's about 95 degrees, and while normally I don't mind running in the heat, at some point it's just too dang hot, and it certainly was for this run.
Y'all, new shoes or not, it's hot out here. It's freaking hot. If I had any common sense, I'd find one of these people out here on the golf course in their golf carts and ask for a ride home, tell them I like knew their mom or something, and like, can you just give me a ride home? Second thought, that sounds pretty sketchy. I probably wouldn't do that, shouldn't do that. But yeah, it's freaking hot. Oh, it's the beverage girl. Oh. Seriously. All right, I'm just kidding. We're not gonna get a ride home, but the cool down is kind of like a hot cool down today. the exact opposite of last night, running in the rain, but we'll get through it. We're gonna push through. Still loving the shoes. Shoes are amazing.
I wised up for day 4 and decided to go running early in the morning. So the sun was just coming up. It was still kind of misty and foggy and nice and cool. And this run, it went pretty well, but I was starting to feel a little bit of those aches and pains. They weren't horrible, but they were definitely noticeable. But nonetheless, I still had a lot of energy. So I'm enjoying it. I'm just feeling those aches. I heard a saying once that went something like, the only bad workout is the one that you didn't do. And I couldn't agree more. I love working out. I especially love when I'm done and I'm on my cool down walk portion, and I just have such a sense of accomplishment. Even with those nagging aches and pains, it is still worth it to me.
So I think I dramatically overestimated how much progress I thought I had made in physical therapy a few months back with my sciatica and just like some pains and stuff going on. Because after just a couple runs, like regardless of new shoes, like those shoes are friggin' phenomenal. P.S. Like 10 out of 10, recommend them. I felt an immediate relief sort of like in my legs, in terms of like the impact that I had been feeling on the concrete. So like those shoes are amazing. However, I was experiencing a ton of tightness, I would say, and shooting pain going from basically my butt, my booty muscle, my booty, all the way down like the back of my leg. And then after continuing to push through, because that's just sort of what I do, I ignore it. I'm like, it's fine, just keep going. Cause I'm not tired when this is happening. Like that's the thing. I'm not tired. Like the rest of my body is not fatigued. Like I'm not breathing hard. I'm ready to go. But that muscle is just tightening and clamping up, which is then causing the shooting pain with my sciatic going down the back of my leg. And then wouldn't you know it, after like another 2 or 3 minutes or so, I start to feel my calves get really, really tight, and then my calves cramp up. So it's a whole thing. It's a whole issue. I'm still gonna push through for like the next few days here, but I have busted out my trusty foam roller. This is a black foam roller. It's really, really firm. It hurts, but I kind of like the pain, and it does give you like kind of like that deep tissue massage. I do this before I go running. I will also do it afterwards, and I'll do it in the evenings at any time that I feel really tense or just sort of like cramped up or tightened up throughout the day. However, the foam rolling is definitely not the end all be all. I know I have to go back to doing those physical therapy exercises. I'm just having an issue. It's been a long thing that's been going on for a number of years, and it's just at a point where like I can't ignore it. As much as I want to just run, and I love to do these fun challenges, I definitely need to reincorporate those physical therapy exercises into what I'm doing. But the foam roller, I mean, she works for like a short period of time, but long term, I really need to do those exercises.
At this point, I could have quit. I could have said, forget it. I just don't feel well. My legs are hurting, but well, no, quitting is not in my nature. And I really wanted to finish this challenge. So here we go, day 5, 6, and 7 to finish it out. Motivation. So I brought my trusty sidekick, Wick, with me. He's a good guy. He does pretty good with walking. We're still working on running at a decent pace together, but I really enjoyed bringing him along today. It really kind of peps me up a bit.
Final observations. So I am glad I did the challenge. I completed it. It felt great, with the exception of obviously some of those like nagging injuries that I've had. But Also, as suspected, I didn't lose any weight. I didn't, shave off any inches. Not that I actually measured myself, but, I didn't feel it in my clothing or my waistline or anything like that. So, Wick, come here, buddy. This is my running partner, my walking buddy. But yeah, like, it was good. But I think what I also realized is with those nagging injuries is that I just need to approach it differently. I need to mix in more yoga and Pilates and build into the running more gradually if that's something that I want to do and get better at long term, which I do. So we're just gonna adjust the plan. One of the other things that I noticed though is that while I didn't actually shave off any inches or any weight, and yeah, I was having some nagging pain in my legs from those older injuries, is that I was actually like feeling sore in other areas of my body, but sore in a good way. You know what I mean? Like my core was sore, my upper body was sore, and I was starting to walk a little taller, quite frankly. And so I take that as a plus. That's a huge, huge benefit, a huge plus to doing this. I think the biggest thing that I got out of all of this was starting a new habit. And it takes, I think there's like studies that show it takes like 21 days to like really have a new habit like be ingrained in you and to keep up with it. Look at this dog's butt. Jeez. I think if I wanted to actually see long-term results or actually something more tangible, I'd have to do it for much longer.
All in all, I'm really, really glad that I did this challenge. I hope you liked this video. As always, please, please, please subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and until next time, see ya!